Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Dark Knight's Metal, issue number 6 of 6. I knew this was going to be too glinty. Anyway, you get the gist. So this scene, unlike most scenes that you see on the front of covers of comic books, this scene actually happens. Yeah, this scene actually happens. That alone gives this book a great grade. I'm going to be honest. I fell asleep reading this book. It gets worse. I fell asleep 3 times reading this book. Look, guys, I'm not a jerk when I say that the book gets really boring really quick in the middle. I mean, even in the beginning, it's like Wonder Woman and Kendra are, flying the Black Hawk. They're flying and they're like, okay, we've got to, Wonder Woman's the one. She's the one giving the pep speech. We got to do this. We got to do this. And Black Hawk, she's like, oh, I don't know if we can. Can we really do that? Look, there's so far to go. And she's like, no, we have to because we must. Because if we don't, our friends will die. And then like the very next panel, I don't think I can do it anymore. This is Wonder Woman talking. I don't think I can go anymore. And then Kendra turns around. She's like, no, you have to because, it's right over there. And we're going to do this. And don't worry about it. We're going to find a way. It's like, I don't know. I don't think so. No, you can because you're Wonder Woman and you're the best and the bestest and the bestest of the best. And it's like, dude, are you kidding me? Is this all seriously within the span of a couple of panels? This is the best that we could come up with? I fell asleep 3 times reading this. That is terrible. Then I got to the end. Look, I'm going to call a spade when I see it, man. That's it. And yes, that's direct reference to, I don't care if it's got a long handle or a short handle. If it's a gardening tool meant to dig, it's a spade. So, I woke up a little bit. I woke up more than just a little bit when Batman is facing off against the Batman Who Laughs. And all of a sudden, Batman Who Laughs gets shot in the back. And I don't like to give a whole lot of spoilers, but I feel like I gotta give you a reason to wake up and to see how cool this is. This is one of the most beautiful panels I've ever seen. The Joker. Batman brought the Joker with him to kill the Batman Who Laughs. Dude, like Batman and the Joker fighting together. Maybe that's happened in the comics before. I can't recall that ever happening in the comics before. This blew my mind. I'm like, what? No, you did not. And now I see that the entirety of this series and all the tie-ins and all that stuff is going to be in the description. You could see in order. That's what I do on my page. Always make sure you check the description, guys. I gave you the comic book that came before this, the comic book that came after this, and something that'll happen in continuity if it happens, a cumulative, cumulative page. And I've got everything on Dark Knight's Metal in the description in order, categorized. Anyway, I feel like everything that's down there was made just for that scene, and it was worth it. Man, things that I'm looking at now and I'm seeing again, and it's like I didn't even realize that Hal Jordan made a semi-truck to go and tear through these people because I was just awake and sleeping and all that stuff again. Seeing Hawkman against Barbados, hearing what Barbados actually was, boring, dude, so boring. This book just kind of goes back and forth in many regards. There's a scene in here. I'm going to show you. Look, there's a scene where they're holding hands, singing Kumbaya. Maybe they're not actually singing Kumbaya, but look at that. Come on, man. Where's the marshmallows and the little fire, and the Boy Scout badge for friendship? Sometimes, man. But the ending really did something here. The ending did something. Literally, this ending to me is like, remember in I think it was Final Crisis when there's too many crises. Final Crisis when Superman had to sing everything to death. You remember that? He fixed everything by singing the super song. Somebody thought that was a great idea. Look, there are some people like Lewis from the Geek Fortress. He was like, no, man, that's like one of them. When you think about it, that's one of them. No, I did think about it, dude, and it stunk. That was just dumb. So I sometimes yes, sometimes no. In this particular case, sorry, I just don't like endings like that. But what was cool is that this caused the source wall to be broken. Now, they've always toyed with that idea before, and they've given certain hints. And Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, the Green Lantern Corps, just one or two arcs ago, gave the impression that it was going to break. Like, it moved, and that was just freaky. This went a step beyond. This was definitely a step beyond. And it was interesting seeing the hand on the other side that everybody's dreamed of, and then realizing who that hand actually belonged to. It belongs to Alfred. No, it doesn't. It's just a quick little interlude. In the meantime, the epilogue on this was probably the coolest part, and it really was metal. And I'm talking bang your head. Metal gods will drive you mad. Because, yeah, this actually felt like my heroes. This party at the end was really cool. Hal Jordan, he's Hal Jordan. He's hysterical in this. Basically, there's a really cool epilogue, but the majority of this epilogue is to show all the things that are going to happen in the future. And this is not a spoiler for the most part. Most of these aren't. We already know what all this stuff is. The very next, I already read Green Lantern. The Green Lantern that came out this week, I already read it. So, and we already knew in advance that the, what are these knuckleheads called? The Dark Stars are coming back. There it is. The Dark Stars. They're coming back. It's like, oh, wow. This would have been cool if this would have happened in the summertime. Like, this was supposed to be a summer event. Anyway, yeah, the Dark Stars are coming back. That would have been cool to suddenly see it. Like, oh, man. They told us that was going to happen in metal. Well, they're telling this stuff after the fact right now. I don't care. Wonder Woman, the Dark Pantheon. Oh, I guess, but we kind of, like, it's already happening. So, Aquaman, Atlantis is going to rise. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, I don't know what they're going to do with that. I'm not particularly happy with that, but we'll see. That's the only one that's really a spoiler to me because they haven't actually done that yet. Jurgens will get there. Dan Jurgens will get there. But and they also foretell the Flash War, which is like, oh, cool. So yeah, and we're almost there anyway. They've been teasing it. The Flash Annual #1's already out like a while ago. So there's not too much there. But this was interesting nonetheless. And they show Baby Darkseid, which, yeah, duh. But anything that you had and they also have plans sitting on the table. You got to look at these plans because I'm kind of digging it. They're giving the lead up to Justice League No Justice, issue #1, which is going to happen in 5 weeks' time, May 9th. The coolest part was at the very end, this part right here. All that stuff right there. It's cool because Dan, back to Dan Jurgens again. Scott Snyder is talking to Mr. Capullo. The thing is, it eventually turns to talking to us, and it's kind of cool because he tells us all that we're a part of the band. And I'm telling you right now, joining a band with Scott Snyder, that's cool. Can I play lead guitar? So anyway, also in the very end, this was cool. I like that they give us a whole bunch of stuff here about No Justice. I like that. So this really is a complete book, and I'm digging that. I'm glad I have this in my collection. I'm glad that it ended the way it did. I think that certain parts, particularly the 3 parts that caused me to guys, that's not a figure of speech when I say this. I actually fell asleep sitting on my couch, my cat curled up next to me and everything, and I woke up a half an hour later, the third time that I fell asleep. I woke up a half an hour later. A half an hour, I could have been reading comic books. I could read 3 comics if I need to in a half an hour. That's unacceptable. So there's the good and the bad, and for that I'm giving this a B. All right? This was great on the great side, and the rest of it was not. It was worthy of taking a nap. So yeah, literally, you got to take the good and the bad with this. I don't know what to say. This is a long review. It kind of has to be a long review because you can't just simply say the base. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. I'm still kind of waking up. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.